Hello, and welcome back for another spin around the blender as I take my team out to get whipped, crushed, chopped, and pureed in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM 2. The last episode really was quite a blender, there's no doubt about it. And I'm not talking about one of those crummy Hamilton Beach 8-speed numbers like your college roommate used to use to spray your dorm room with sticky half-mixed margarita every weekend. No. I'm talking about a real blender, like the Ninja BL770 Mega Kitchen System. That's what I'm talking about. You know, the kind of blender that the kid at the smoothie shop jerks off the pictures of after he gets off shift, and occasionally jerks off the pictures of while he's on shift because it is a damn sexy piece of machinery, and also the protein in those protein smoothies has to come from somewhere. That's all I'm saying. It's the kind of blender that it does more than blends. It's the kind that is in and of itself a full-fledged kitchen solution, and I understand that kid at the shop. You know, sometimes when you see an object of desire like that, you just gotta, get a little bit of relief. And I felt like we needed a little bit of relief last episode from the 65 health worth of Advent that just kept raining down on us like newly cracked ice cubes rattling down the insides of the BL770's 8-cup processor bowl. 8 cups of the processor bowl. That thing is a beast and a bargain at $179.99. But I digress. I've probably talked enough about the Ninja BL7070. Although, the Juglicks did get smashed into a particularly gooey paste, just like you could do to your favorite fruits, vegetables, and yogurts inside the processing cup of that Ninja BL770. I don't know. It seems like a gooey paste filled with as much corn liquor as your average Juglick should have been. Should be at least a semi-potable concoction, but last episode certainly left me feeling anything but potent, Mr. Trebek. As you can see, we've got a number of folks here impotent in the hospital. I'm real salty. About it. Ma and Pa Juglick, though, you gotta respect this. After 65 years of marriage, even when grievously wounded and on the brink of death in intensive care, they're still side by side. It's inspiring, really. It's inspiring. Let's see if we can go get a mission to maybe inspire the troops and try to get them out of this funk they're in after everybody is dead. 7 days, supplies. Nobody's actually dead. I engage in a little hyperbole there, but we did get the ever-loving shit kicked right out of us. Some supplies if we go investigate a mysterious stadium. It's been a while since I've played, so you're gonna have to give me a minute. I gotta take a look here and see what else is going on. Resistance contacts? Didn't we get this already? I thought we already got this. We should definitely go pick that up if we did. Yep, alright. Well, let's go hit the airstrip then. I'll take some new resistance contacts. That's one fewer resistance communications array I gotta build. Gimme. Alright, so there's been a minor breakthrough on the Avatar project. That's unfortunate. Is that gonna restart the Doom Clock? That is, in fact, gonna restart the Doom Clock. Well, that is wholly unfortunate then.
Commander, the aliens are still moving forward on the Avatar project.
You don't say, Bradford.
Taking out that facility would deal a
No, that's fine. Just set the doomsday clock to 1 minute to midnight, and we'll go about our business. Wow, we only have 10 days this time? Jeez. Man, aliens are done screwing around, I guess. So we have a facility here in Brazil. We got a 3-pip facility, though, in Eastern Europe, and that one is ripe for the taking. I mean, we can go hit that bad boy whenever we want. So I think we'll finish off this resistance contact, and then maybe we just go hit the facility? No, we will not be doing that. We'll be doing a resistance haven assault. Why is it that these only seem to come up when I have just had the ever-loving shit stomped freshly out of me? It only comes up when I've just been grippingly squeezed like an overripe mushroom in the hands of a sort of a novice chef. I don't know where I was going with that metaphor. I was gonna make a mushroom like Hell's Kitchen joke there about how a novice chef is gonna over pulverize because he doesn't have access to a Ninja 770 BL and somehow tie it all back to the blender thing I was doing at the beginning, which is a weird conceit to introduce a Let's Play, I admit, but it's all falling apart now, and I'm done. I'm giving up. So who do we have that's available? It's good to see Achy Breaky back, and we do have EL Juglick. Mad Hipster, get the shit out of here. I don't want to edit him. Get off of my team. I'm not having any of your shit today. Okay, we've got the Tigress. That's something. Juglick, Juggalo, we need you gone as well. Alright, so we got the Mad Hipster. We got Melina. Grady the Goblin did some solid service on his first time out. Let's bring back the Gobbo. Yeah, that big old shotgun of his. I'm with you, Green Goblin. What else we got? Give me another Grenadier. Oh, we got the G-Man. Okay, what about Jedediah? As I recall, Jedediah Juglick was whipping some serious ass on his premiere investigation here. We also have Wendy Mason and Maria Hendricks, both of which have yet to be formally indoctrinated into the Juglick clan. I forgot to do that between episodes. I'll try and bounce around. Who has a better kill to mission ratio? That's the question. Is it the G-Man or Jedediah? Who's better? Let's take a look. You have 2 kills on 1 mission. All right, I mean, that's respectable. G-Man Juglick. It's not fantastic, but, you know, it's something. I think probably Jedediah has got you beat, though. He is a murderous machine. Yeah, look at that. 3-1. All right, so we're rolling with Cousin Jed, then. Let's get everybody geared up. EL. We're going to have to do some weapon swaps here, I think. A little hot swapping on the weapons. We're going to get rid of this mag cannon, and we're going to give you... Well, first off, let's make weapons, armor, and utility items all available. We're going to need to steal Grandpa Juglick's fancy gun. He's going to be real upset. Oh, you kids taking my gun? Boy, I tell you, what if one of them no-good McElroys comes by while I'm in the hospital? Won't have anything to defend myself with. Grandpa Juglick's just going to have to get over it, though. All right, so loadout. Where's the magic scope? There we go. Let's get you locked in. Mag cannon, advanced grenade launcher. We still don't have plasma grenades, a fact about which I am more than a little bit salty. Venom rounds for EL? Yeah, why not? Seems all right. Jules, you're not on the mission. You're in the hospital. I distinctly remember seeing your camo armor in the hospital. Don't even try and sneak on my team. Achy Breaky, you're going to be the life taker, the heartbreaker, the money maker, all of the other things that end in ER. We're going to get rid of that frag grenade, though, and we're going to get you a nice skull mine and skulljack. It's got you sorted. Really, we probably should be rolling with Achy Breaky anyway. He does have cereal, and Ma Juglick has yet to uncover her hidden ability. Maybe we should just try to take advantage of that. Do we want to roll with the Massey Ferguson Activa S, the greatest combine harvester that has ever been created by a man? He's pretty banged up, which admittedly does drastically reduce his usefulness, but I don't really feel like we have anybody better to fill in for it, so I'm going to let him ride. All right, Goblin, what about you? Check your loadout here. We should have like an shotgun we can give you. Oh, not that one. No, not that one. Where's Judy's? Hey, Judy. Oh, you have... Never mind. Judy Juglick has an expanded magazine and advanced laser sight. Disregard, Grady the Goblin. Then we're going to give you the... Oh, you just have a shitty laser sight and an advanced hair trigger. Well, I mean, it'll have to do, buddy. Frag grenade, can we give you... We have literally no other equipment that you can use, huh? All right. Well, that's somewhat disappointing. We could give you a mimic beacon, maybe. Hang on a second. I mean, the frost bomb should definitely go to our other grenadier. So what would we give? You know, Grady the Goblin, there actually is nothing else we want to give you. Just go out there and get goblinized, baby. By which I mean, of course, turn into an orc or troll, because that's what goblinization means to me. I read a lot of Shadowrun when I was growing up in my formative years, and goblinization has just kind of stuck with me. Is it weird that I still remember the species name for orcs and trolls? Homo sapiens robustus and Homo sapiens ingentus. That's really weird. It's like a fictional subspecies name, but I am helping out my nerd cred with this episode, though, I gotta admit. All right, Grady, or Jedediah, whatever your name is. We should... Oh, this has a superior scope, huh? Let's do that, then. I know this is Grandpa's gun. Normally, we would give that to EL, but EL has the one with the regular scope, I think. And the expanded magazine, right? You've got an advanced scope and an expanded magazine. She has a little higher base aim than old Jedediah, just because Emmylou is a sergeant. I think we compensate for his slightly lower base aim with a little bit better scope. Let's do this. Massey Ferguson. Somebody should really be riding that harvester, by the way. We paid almost $500,000 for that combine harvester. It seems just, I don't know, it seems irresponsible to have nobody tending it, to just turn it loose and let it try and harvest the fields by itself. At $500,000, you would expect it to sort of be self-propelled and robot-controlled, but it's not. Still requires a driver. Apparently, there are some limits to even what $500,000 can get you. Farm equipment's real expensive, by the way. Massey Ferguson, that was a... You know, that was a big investment for the old Juglicks. They're requiring like 25, 30 years of good, solid service out of that. And they're going to be renting the Massey Ferguson Activa S out as well. Don't think in the fall season that he's going to get a moment's rest. Just because the Juglicks got their crop in, you know, that doesn't mean that all the neighboring farmers there in Caldwell County who can't afford their own Massey Ferguson Activa S combine harvester aren't going to be trying to rent that stuff out. And Grandpa Juglick, he's going to be pimping it. Be like, yeah, boy, you want to try some of my newfangled harvester? Well, heck yeah, well, come on in. I tell you what, you give me Give me 10 bushel to the acre and I'll let you have a taste of me old harvester there. 10 bushel to the acre. Come on, you're getting almost 200 yield there. Jimmy, you know you can afford that extra 10 bushel. You can give 10 bushel there. You can swing that over Grandpa Juglick's way. You gotta buy the diesel fuel too. He drives a hard bargain on Grandpa Juglick. Honestly, he'd probably trade the services of the Massey Ferguson Activa S for a nice big jug of corn liquor, because he drives a hard bargain, but when you get him drunk, he's just as stupid as ever. All right, Jedediah. So, we've got, let's take a look at our situation and where our civilians are located. Are we in a corner of a map? We are. We have one civilian who is almost immediately rescuable. Maybe we have Achy Breaky. We do have, who's concealed? Okay, Grady the Goblin does have concealment. Judy Juglick does not. Well, Jedediah, the Activa S, Achy Breaky. All right, so Grady the Goblin. Let's get you up here. Fast, fast you must take the alien's heart, Grady. That's what Willem Dafoe has taught you. First you take the heart, Grady, the heart. Honestly, I think we just go for the rescue.
That's affirmative.
All right, Grady, snip up there and get you one. That's my boy.
Now get out of here.
Good work. 1/6 of the way to our objective already. I'm feeling it. Achy Breaky, since we didn't spawn a pod with that move, I think we bring you up here to this corner cover
Good to go.
and get ready for next turn, wherein we will likely have you chuck a Mimic Beacon. Or we could spawn... I would love for somebody to explain to me how that move spawned this pod.
Range, but they're lethal up close.
I mean, sincerely, I really, really would very much like to know how this move spawned that pod. How? How the hell did this move spawn that pod? Somebody fucking explain that to me. There is no way any of those people can fucking see us. We ran into a corner behind a shipping container. I'm really angry right now. I'm also really fucked. We're completely dicked right here. The guy who has our Mimic Beacon, which is the one thing that could possibly have saved us, is totally fucked. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much have to overdrive, I think. We have literally no choice. So we move. Do I want to overdrive for one shot? I kind of don't. Maybe we just come up here and launch a rocket. All right, what can we get with... You've got to be shitting me with this rocket launcher. This thing can't hit a goddamn lick of shit. For whatever reason, the rocket launcher does not seem particularly effective when combined with the grenade mod I've been operating. Some solid damage out of that. 7 damage. The fall should finish that guy off. It did, in fact, finish him off. Alright, well, I mean, that's something. We also got a little bit of damage on the Berserker, which a little bit is going to be not even close to enough. We're still completely dicked. Robot over there, we can't do anything about at all. On the plus side, if by some miracle we manage to stumble our way through this, we'll be sitting pretty. It is going to take a straight-up, legitimate, honest-to-hoil miracle, though. Alright, 92%. Do we want to focus all of our attention on this Berserker? Yes. Yes, we absolutely do. Let's hit him with the Venom rounds. Alright, we got 8 damage out of that and some Venom round. He's down to 16 health. Non-zero chance we might be able to bring him down. The only problem is, what are we going to have left? I really hate the screen shake when there's a Berserker on the screen. The whole screen shaking thing that it does makes misclicking a very, very significant possibility. Oh, you didn't hit him with the Venom rounds because you don't have them. That's fine. Emmy Lou will finish it up. I have faith in Emmy Lou Juggler. 9 damage. Give me the envenomation. There we go. 9 damage and he's poisoned. He's also now enraged, which does have the potential to make him go hit one of his friends. We could run and gun here.
On my way.
If we don't have a really, really solid chance to hit, I may go ahead for the run and gun. 81%. It sort of feels like an unacceptable risk. What if we... Okay, here we go. Well, that's not going to do enough damage to kill him, though, is it? 4 to 6. Unless it criticals, which it could. Nah, I'm just taking the shot. I trust in my rangers. The tigress I knew would not let me down. She sprung from the bush to deliver a deadly blow to our enemy, and now she's going to take an implacable move. I think we're going to implacable her ass right to shit over here.
Moving.
Well, the only way this could get any worse than it already is right now is if some of these guys were also faceless. If they're also faceless, it'll be worse. Was that pod not active somehow? Did we catch a little bit of a reprieve? I thought those guys were already active. Or did we just activate them and now they get to go? I can't tell. Owen Roberts can't tell either because he's missing what's left of his, you know, what used to be his head. He had one at one point, but it's all the way gone now. No, this guy's going to drop grenades on like 16 people. Yeah. Or the spark unit's just going to die. No, it's grenades. I love the fact that these guys never fail to fucking critical us when they hit us with a grenade. Every single grenade we have ever had shot at us has generated at least one goddamn critical, and I'm getting real sick of it. That was an unbelievably lucky miss. Please don't taunt him. You're in a bad enough situation as it is. You don't need to be taunting the man to try and increase the difficulty any. We're already so porked it's not even funny.
Getting a little toasty here.
If a little burning is the worst that happens to you, I think it will be a pretty good day. All right, so we have a plan here, and our plan is going to involve skull mining the shit out of this man. All right, Achy Breaky, we need these shields gone, and this will kill him through the shields as long as it hits. It did, in fact, hit. If you have to take 3 damage to do it, I really don't even care. Just give me the whatever. I'll take the 3 damage, and everybody else can be hurt, because fuck me, why wouldn't it? It's just, it's fine. Everybody's going to be injured after this mission.
Didn't get control.
Yeah, take your feedback damage. There you go. Enjoy that. We did get rid of all of the shields, however, which is a positive benefit. So, who's all hurt? The Massey Ferguson is hurt, but that hardly counts. Jedediah got injured, which is unfortunate. EL still in good shape. Hush now. Alright, if we can make it through the mission with nobody else getting injured, we'll be... I think we'll actually be okay. Alright, so EL Juglick. Man, you got a lot of health, EL. Got a lot of health, girl. Can't miss that guy. I like that. Can miss that guy. I'm less fond of this. So... how is this civilian not rescued, by the way? He's standing in a rescue tile. That guy ran over to us, and he's like, please, for the love of God, Pete, you gotta save me. And Judy Juglick was just like, talk to the hand, sir. Y'all don't come running up on Judy Juglick like that. You don't know me. Judy Juglick, say what you want. She's a harsh taskmistress. So this is coming down, then. I forgot to give somebody a frost bomb, too. That was a significant oversight. I'd prefer to not destroy Grady the Goblin's cover, but I would also prefer to actually hit this man. Can I do both somehow? It does not appear that I can do both. I mean, if I throw it deep, it's killing Grady's cover, which I don't want to do. You know what? It doesn't matter. If there's another pod behind there, I'm gonna take the loss. That's it. It's done. The Juglicks are gonna have some KIAs. It's just the way it's gonna work. Shredded some armor. Where's my falling damage, by the way? There we go. Got 1. Well, that was not as impressive as I would have liked. I was really sort of counting on more damage than that. We'd have been better off to just take a shot. We might have straight up killed him if we just shot the man. Alright, Jed, what do you got? You don't even have Shredder, Jedediah. I know this, but you're still going to do some pretty solid damage because the base damage on the cannon's pretty good. We got to get 3 out of this man. We got to get 6. All right, Goblin. Can you see this man? Of course not. That would make sense. So let's bring you around this corner. And if you would, point blank. I beg your fucking pardon. We cannot see this guy. This guy standing right next to us with no cover whatsoever at all. We can't see this guy. This guy we can't see. Who can't we see? This guy! Yeah, it's actually not funny. Alright, let's bring the Massey Ferguson over here to harvest the soul for us. I can't believe we can't see this man with Grady the Goblin. That means we, by and large, have wasted Grady's turn. Also, the Massey Ferguson did not get the goddamn job done. I hate everyone and everything. Alright, Grady the Goblin, you're going to have to mop up this slop then. Which you did with aplomb. Man, that Goblin. First we take the heart, Parker. You did, in fact, get one. I mean, if that had been Aunt May, you might have overachieved. She would have been straight up killed. No, don't shoot him. I would like for you to slash this man from this tile, because the slash can't miss, and I only need 1 damage. Also, how did we not rescue that man? I'm very confused how that man was not rescued by us on this turn. Don't get too excited, Judy. Can we rescue somebody with an implacable move? No, because we can't reach. Can we get loot with an implacable move? Again, no, because we can't get there.
Okay.
I'm shockingly salty about this one already. On the plus side, we have killed 6 enemies. How many guys can there possibly be left? Not that many. There's definitely one pod over there killing Mickey Brooks. Oh, you killed Mickey Brooks. James L. Brooks is going to be heartbroken. That was his son. Founder of The Simpsons. And what happens? Some dude just shoots your kid in the head while he's over there at a harmless resistance party. Mickey Brooks didn't even want to join the resistance. He's just like, there was a pretty girl that he was like, oh, yeah, you know, she's really cute, Pete, and I've really had my eye on her for a while. You know, I just thought I'd go to the party and maybe pitch a little woo at her and see if any stuck. And then, what happens? Advent shows up and everything gets all turned to a ruckus. I don't know why I keep thinking this man has scanning protocol. You don't. I don't know why I keep thinking that you do. What are the odds that this guy is a faceless? Fairly low, I would think. Alright, Grady the Goblin. We have 2 civilians. We've got 1, 2... Where the hell are the... We're going to have trouble with the civilians on this one, I think. I'm not exactly seeing a lot of civilian action working in the neighborhood. Might as well get our loot. It's going to be like 6 hair triggers. Oh, wow, we got something useful. PCS conditioning. I say useful in that it at least sells better than a hair trigger will. Did we spot any more civilians? We absolutely did not. Well, get away from the burning thing, because I would prefer you not to be set on fire if at all possible. I'm tempted to have Achy Breaky chuck a Mimic Beacon up here and just see if he could trigger a Faceless at range. I'm like 85% sold on that being a good move, but I'm going to save it for their unsold 15%. If you do not use all of your suspicion, you may receive a refund for the unused portion. Let's just Overwatch with Emmy Lou. I am a little concerned that one of those guys is going to be a Faceless. Let's have Jedediah come up here. I don't want to cluster up, because if I do cluster up and one of them is a Faceless, we're going to get thoroughly and roundly porked in the bunghole. And I would prefer my bunghole remain unporked for the moment, at least. Now let's just Overwatch with the Massey Ferguson. Did we spawn a Faceless? If not, these civilians should be relatively safe to rescue. Maybe we just move on. Right, they are, in fact, safe. So, Achy Breaky, why don't you go over there and break another heart, boy? Yeah, Achy Breaky comes in for the rescue there. You know, there's going to be some sweet, sweet love made down on the bayou, because no lady can resist the siren song of Cyrus Achy Breaky Juglick. There's 1 million women in the world, Pete, and every single one of them dampened their panties when they saw Achy Breaky. 2 civilians over there, huh? Or are they civilians? I mean, you know, maybe. Let's Overwatch. Nothing fancy then. Jeez, Grady, why are you so down on yourself, buddy? You're doing a fantastic job this mission. I think you're entitled to, I think you're entitled to some big ups, bro. Settle it down. Don't have to be so heartbroken. Alright, Jedediah, you're the one man who we sort of cannot afford to have hit. You could theoretically be taken out completely by a Faceless. So we've got a ton of Overwatch working here. Just a ton. This is a Faceless. Alright. This guy should be getting absolutely fucking shredded. Look at that butt, though. Say what you want. Look at he's shaking it. Shaking his moneymaker. I love that the Faceless, when they come out, they're like, yo, girl, you gotta twerk it. Twerk it, girl. You gotta twerk it to the left. Twerk it to the right. Nice. That guy had a 95% chance to hit and whiffed it. I will take it. Alright. Let's just hope we don't get quite as many whiffs here. 3 damage from a miss. 6 damage. 9 in. We're halfway home. There it is. Emmy Lou E.L. Juglick. She's got 50 eyes for you, baby. And every one of them is behind the scope of a high-powered rifle. All right, well, with that man dead, and we know where the pod is because we saw this guy take a poke at this civilian, who we know now for certain is, in fact, a civilian. Maybe it's time to get a little aggressive here. Do we want to just go? Do we want to go in and try and pop this pod? What if there's more than one? That's my concern. What if we take EL Juglick up here and do a little bit of urban renewal? How do you feel about the urban renewal plan, Pete? You know, surprisingly okay. What if we just decimate, like, say, this chunk of building? If we can do it without killing any civilians, I think I will.
Get ready for a surprise.
Alright, so we're blind firing a grenade. It is one of our few remaining consumables, but I still feel pretty solid about this. If it gets his vision on the pod, it will totally be worth it. It did not, and I'm confused as to how it possibly could not have gotten its vision on the pod. We blew up that entire structure. I feel like we should have gotten some damage out of that. Alright, Judy Juglick, let's move you forward and see if maybe you can see somebody in the remnants. No. Just go on Overwatch then. Man, I'm as confused as I've ever been. And you're saying, oh, that's probably not true, Pete. I bet there are times in your life where you have been more confused. You're not wrong. I'm not a smart man, and I freely admit the fact that I'm not smart. I'm easily bamboozled. I'm easily cornswoggled. I'm easily confused. This pops a pod? Sure, that makes total sense. Judy Juglick running forward, nothing doing. But this pod? No, this is a 100% pods popper. Then again, we did get some nice Overwatch damage there too, so while I'm not happy, I will take it, I guess. Please tell me Achy Breaky still has a chance. Of course he doesn't. I was gonna say, please tell me Achy Breaky still has a chance to go so that I can get a Mimic Beacon out, but no, that would be, you know, that would be a sensible thing.
Let's move already.
I'm bringing Jedediah Juglick forward because I'm fully committed at this point. There's nothing I can do to save anybody. The world is gonna end, and it's gonna end in tragedy. Can we hit that man? Yes. Are we gonna destroy our own cover? Also probably yes, so let's move that very slightly. There's no way this grenade doesn't kill the Advent soldier, so all we've got to do is get him in the radius. I'm more curious about destroying the cover of that 10 health piece of shit back there. So you're dead. That guy only took 3 damage from the grenade, which is real disappointing, but we did get a promotion. Alright, Goblin, you can probably finish that, man. Ugh. Expecting a little higher percentage without the cover, I'm not gonna lie. So if we overdrive, move to here, take a shot, did we also punch? Yes. Alright, give me the OD. We're cranking up the big 440 kilowatt engine of this Massey Ferguson Activa S. We're gonna go all the way down. Why am I suddenly not moving as far?
Advancing.
Also, shouldn't I be just ruining this man's cover? Take the shot. Not at that man. 54% is the best we can do. What if we throw the punch? What if we throw the punch first from this square? This gets rid of his... Ooh, I like this idea. So we throw the punch first from this guy's square to destroy his cover. Then, with our third action, we just shoot him in the face. I don't hate that plan. For whatever reason, it didn't destroy his cover. He did take a massive amount of damage from that punch, though. And then I think what we'll do is just, how about a nice round to the face? There you go. Man, the Activa S doing some work for us on that turn. When this man goes overdrive, when he goes whole hog, baby, he goes whole hog. I don't suppose we have 81% with the slash. That will almost certainly not get the kill. All right, Grady, we're going to take the long shot for the... is this my boy? Oh, Grady, you my boy. 14 damage. Holy crap, that was a thunderous skull-splitting blow from Grady to Goblin. He didn't just take his heart. He took the whole McGillicuddy right there. All right. Well, they're all on to us. It seems like... What do we got? Another... This is real bad. 2 mutons and a berserker. On the plus side, nobody shot at a civilian. All right, we're absolutely gonna need a mimic beacon here. There are no two ways about it. Unless What if we put everybody in just, like, the best cover we can get? And fall back so that nobody can even see the enemy and make them come to us. What if we bring Judy Juglick over here, drop her into Overwatch? Achy Breaky, we bring you up here behind this tree, we drop you into Overwatch. Okay, Grady the Goblin. We'd have to get you some better cover, but fortunately better cover is available in the form of this building. Put you on Overwatch. EL Juglick, is there anywhere you can get some full cover? Yes, the other side of this tree. Do that. We flip EL, Aspiring Novelist, back around there, and that just leaves Jedediah Hush Now Juglick, who has overall the worst cover options. It's actually even going to be difficult to get him an Overwatch shot. You know what? I think we can go here. This should be, the chances of him getting Overwatch are pretty slim. But as long as the enemy isn't shooting at us, I mean, we've got time. And then the Massey Ferguson Activa S, we're going to run you back here, which should theoretically get you out of line of sight.
Maximum thrust confirmed.
Massey Ferguson with maximum thrust. Come on, you got to be more elaborate than that. Don't just say maximum thrust. Say, firing up my 440 kilowatts of pure harvest and destruction. You got to say something like that, man. You got to go big time. Nice damage from Judy Juglick as well. 6, that man is enraged. That means on our turn, it's possible he punches one of his friends. A little more Overwatch here. Okay, big whiff from Grady to Goblin. He had a 33% chance to hit, though, so no surprise. Got some solid work there out of Achy Breaky. And making the enemy double move into our cluster here is actually paying some dividends. This guy's going to shoot a civilian. Totally cool with that. Landon Walker, you have made the most noble sacrifice in the history of the human species. That's not true. It actually wasn't that much of a sacrifice, really. So, Achy Breaky, you're definitely going to be chucking a Mimic Beacon on this turn. No two ways, ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Mimic Beacon is going down. So let's just position you and expect you to be deploying the beacon. Goblin. If we're going to have the Mimic Beacon down and we can kill even one of these units, I don't think anybody can one-shot it. It should have a pretty respectable health total. We could, I was going to say we could run and gun, but we actually don't really even need to. If we just bring Judy Juglick up here, and we grab the Judes, we have her... Can you just straight up murder this man? 87% to critical says you're as likely to hit it. Yeah, I'm going to trust Judy Juglick. The Tigress will get this done for us. That's my girl. She springs from the bushes, that tiger striped armor, giving her the blending in camouflage power that she needed to get the job done. And she got the job done. Why don't you come over here and step behind some little better cover just in case? Judy Juglick is out of ammo, which is a little unfortunate. Achy Breaky, again, you're going to be doing nothing but deploying Mimic Beacon for us. We got 2 targets. How confident are you, Pete, that you'll be able to kill everything? Pretty confident, actually. Unless a surprise faceless runs out. Unless this guy is a faceless, which I don't think he is. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. You're 1 tile short, Holmes. What the hell is this? Oh, what's our chance like with the, you know what? I'd rather just take the shotgun blast. Even if it misses, the damage differential was worth the risk. Achy Breaky, again, I really don't want you to be trying to do anything other than chucking that Mimic Beacon. The Mimic Beacon has got to be your focus, Achy Breaky. Don't let anything pull you away from the Mimic Beacon. 83%, 52. Let's take the 83. We're going to get some work on this Muton. 9 damage is outstanding and also poisoned. Again, Achy Breaky, stop trying to tempt me. It's just not going to work. Oh, come on, Pete. You know, Achy Breaky wants to get out there. He wants to be the all-star. I don't want to have to sit back here and just be the chump-ass loser who's chimping a Mimic Beacon all day. Come on, Pete. Let me shine. Put me out there on stage. Let me show you what I can do, boy. Come on. Oh, sorry. You're ever stuck playing second fiddle to your more talented, more attractive daughter. Knew I never should have had that kid, Pete. It's the end of my career, but it's all like, oh yeah, oh. You know, I love the Hannah Montana.
Proceeding
I'm also conflating a little, Pete. I know I'm not actually Billy Ray Cyrus. It's my dream, Pete, to be Billy Ray, but I mean, I know I'm not. In my heart, I know. But come on, Pete, I have a rich inner fantasy life. You gotta give a man some slack. Let a man dream, Pete. Let a man dream. Nope, no dreams for you, Achy Breaky. Just get out the mimic beacon and throw that piece of shit right out there. Really wish we had better hacking opportunities, if for nothing else than to save us the trouble and damage from mimic beacons. From mimic beacons, rather. From failing to hack. I don't think this guy's gonna get 12 damage. He also is enraged and theoretically might have punched his friend. Alright, he got pretty close to most of the way home with 8. This guy's gonna come take a poke at him too? Yeah. Well, if he's done glitching out on this sandbag, I guess. Alright, so something to keep in mind for the future. Mutons are not fantastic when in cluttered terrain. They really need to do some fast feet drills. Let's do this. Alright, see, Achy Breaky? We're gonna let you go, Serial. I took away your glory moment for a second there. Admittedly, I did. I took it away from you, but now I'm giving it back, yo. Now's your chance to shine. That's right, you put me on stage, boy. Just let me get up there. I missed, but still got the kill. Does that trigger Serial? Oh, you know what? I got him a promotion. It does, in fact, trigger Serial. Outstanding. That's right, Pete. Even when Billy Ray's on stage, ain't no such thing as failure. The worst show Billy Ray ever put on, still better than the best damn show most people ever have in their entire lives, Pete. I'm a performer. Dyed in the wool, tried and true 100% performer. If you could throw an axe in this man's head. Pete, why did you throw the axe when you could have just shot him? Well, because I'm assuming that was the last pod on the map. It was, in fact, the last pod on the map. Which means that I knew we were going to get another Faceless, and I wanted to have a potential Overwatch shot in the event of Faceless. Can I take my Implacable move and still shoot? Where is that Faceless? Hold on a second. Exactly where is that man? I mean, I saw him emerge, and it was somewhere over in, like, this tree line area. But I'm a little uncertain to his specific location. EL, can you get eyes on him, maybe? Nope. Well, let's Overwatch and try and let him come to us, then. Grady, you have no bullets, which is bad. Our Overwatch is going to be dramatically reduced in effectiveness based on the lack of ammunition that the team is currently enjoying. Tigress, I know you have an Implacable move, and it says this is still a blue move. Is it actually a blue move? It is. All right. Overwatch, Jedediah, Cousin Jed. Let's just move you here to this tree.
Let's do this.
You're going to Overwatch with your last remaining light. The Activa S, nothing fancy out of you. Reload and get your dumb ass on Overwatch.
Scanning for targets.
Okay. This man is far enough away that he should not be able to get to us in a single turn. We've got to jump on him. Emmylou Juglick with a big old whiff. This is also probably going to be a miss. Oh no, this Jedediah Juglick, boy, you cannot keep that man down. I mean, they keep him locked down in a basement because they got to keep his crazy cordoned off from the world. But you can't keep him down. You might keep him chained in a basement, but you can't keep Jedediah Juglick down. He's irrepressible, like a Kender.
Mission accomplished.
Pete, that was a weird reference, and also 10 civilians saved is pretty good. Yeah, I still don't feel good about this. I mean, I feel great about the Kender reference, because that was irrepressible Kender, very Tasselhoff Burfoot of me. I still don't feel good about this mission, even though it is, I think, a record for us on civilians rescued, having rescued 10. That may be the most we've ever rescued. It's the 3 wounded soldiers that has me more than a little salty. Granted, one of them was the Massey Ferguson Activa S, and it started the mission hurt, so it's of dubious... It's a dubiousness of whether or not that's a technical loss, but getting... And 3 of the damage was from feedback on Achy Breaky. Don't think I forgot about that debacle, Achy Breaky. Going up on stage with the short in your mic and standing in a puddle and wondering why all your limbs are tingling and why you keep stuttering over the lyrics. Getting electrocuted, jackass. Judy Juglick, though, solid as ever. The Tigress dealt the most damage because of course she did. Grady the Goblin shot the heart right out of Peter Parker a couple times. Mimic Beacon was the most under fire. You know, ordinarily I'm quite pleased to give the Mimic Beacon its due, but in this case, I don't really think the Mimic Beacon earned it. It got attacked twice, There were other people in the mission who also got attacked twice and who are real, and thus them getting attacked has consequences, unlike the Mimic Beacon. No other records were set. Limp us on back. We did do pretty good on promotions, though, I think. Achy Breaky got one, possibly Judy Juglet. Grady the Goblin definitely got one. I know Cousin Jedediah got one. He's that much closer to them letting him out of the basement. They have to let him out if he's a war hero. I think it's officially a rule. Lightly wounded, 6 days. Lightly wounded for Achy Breaky, 5 days. This is good. This means worst case scenario, both of these troopers are back when we have to go hit the facility to avert the doom counter. Oh, well, your kill to mission ratio couldn't quite hold up, but still, 2 missions and 4 kills is pretty respectable. Look at the Goblin, though. 2 missions, 7 kills. Holy crap, Grady the Goblin is a bloodthirsty monster, and the Tigress is definitely no slouch, punching well above 3-1 for Judy Juglick. She's one sexy dame, that Judy Juglick. All right, this is why I thought you had scanning protocol, because clearly you should have had scanning protocol, so why don't you take it now? What else have we got? Jedediah Juglick. You're going to take Shredder, no fooling there. EL's doing okay. 9 missions, 14 kills. It's not amazing, but it's pretty respectable. Look at the Massey Ferguson, too. Doing a little better than I expected. 18 kills on 6 missions. That's 3-1 for our Combine Harvester. Yeah, that's right, Pete. You get the old Massey Ferguson with its big 440 kilowatt power output. It'll get you 3-1. $3-1 on your investment. Every dollar you invest, Pete's going to return itself threefold, because it can harvest not only your fields, Pete, but all your neighbors too. It's all about hiring out the equipment. See, this is what a clever man does to keep his farm afloat. In today's economy, Pete, you got to diversify, Bo. Operation Laughing Smoke. You know, a cleverer man could make up a joke about that, about something probably along the lines of like a pot-based reference. Laughing Smoke. Or that it would be the greatest Indian name of all time. Oh, Pete, scumbag, call him Native American. You know, yes, Native Americans, whatever. It would be the greatest name of all time. Oh, it's Chief Laughing Smoke. I'm down with it. That'd be a good one. I'd take it. It'd be like, Pete, we're going to call you Chief Laughing Smoke. I'd be like, all right, that's pretty good. I mean, it's better than like Chief Squatting Dog.
Our old man would be proud of what we've managed to do here.
I don't think my father would be proud of anything I've done ever, Bradford. I'm a bitter disappointment, and I'm well aware of that fact. Oh, you're talking to Lily. Well, she, you know, might have made her father proud.
If there was one thing your father always kept in mind, it was his faith in humanity.
It was also pudding cups. Pretty much pudding cups is what he kept at the forefront of his thoughts at all times, 24/7. And at the end of his life, when the Alzheimer's finally started to really bring him down, pudding was all he could think about. Literally, it was the only thing the man could remember. Dr. Shen. He didn't die well. He really didn't. He did die surrounded by pudding cups, though, which probably is how Bill Cosby is also going to go out, because nobody else in the world will want anything to do with him. It'd just be like, it's just you, not Jello Pudding. You're the only one who loves me. Yeah. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to hear more of the worst Bill Cosby impression of all time, I consider subscribing as well, because I do it pretty frequently. You know, probably alarmingly frequently, really, considering the, you know, some of the behaviors the man has gotten up to recently. Maybe I should not continue celebrating his work. Probably shouldn't. I'm going to go ruminate on that. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.